What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to ToonRami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. We are all at the same point. The celebration is basically over. We're at the same point because we're all wondering what's going to be coming up next. If you're JP, you have a pretty good idea about what's coming up because of the whole Frieza transformation stuff and the V-Jump leaks. But on Global, we really don't know what's coming up, so we don't have much to lean on. So until that time, until October 4th, I guess, October 4th is going to be the end of this celebration, we are just kind of, wandering along, wondering what to do next. So for today's video, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a different one, a showcase for the box. So you guys have been asking for this for a long time. I don't really know how to do this yet, so I don't quite understand if this is the correct format, but if it is, great. If it's not, I apologize. I wanted to do an LR showcase. Now, I never thought in a million years that I would actually be close to filling my LR box, just because I'm not lucky when it comes to LRs in general. So the fact that I'm actually able to say that I can do a box showcase for LRs is a testament to some of the good fortunes I've been having over the past couple celebrations, because during the 5-year, I pulled some pretty good stuff. During the celebration before that, which I believe was UI Goku, I pulled some pretty good stuff. UI Goku is still probably the record. During the UI Goku summons, I pulled 8 or 9 LRs in 850 stones or something crazy like that. So that was the Nano LR phenomenon before Nano LR, because he just did a similar thing on this Vegeta banner recently. But anyway, that's not what this is about. Let's take a look at my LR. So as you can see here, I have a grand total of 60. That's actually not accurate because there are duplicates of the Hercule. The Hercule is 1 day away from being maxed out. I've been incrementally awakening the guy, and in order to awaken him one more time, I need 3 more medals. This will be the final stage to max out his super attack to 25. And then when I do that, I would just infuse him with this guy, 5 out of 20. So we actually have 59 just by looking at this, but there are still 2 more LRs that I have not awakened. 2 more. So one would be the Nappa. I have not been able to awaken the Nappa because the medals needed are not showing up in the Baba shop, and I cannot... I tried. I tried spending about 40 to 50 keys in the story event for this. What is it? The Saiyan race, yeah. I did not get a single copy of the medals. What you see here has all been bought from the Baba shop. So I cannot awaken Nappa. It's impossible. I haven't even bothered with the Super Strike event because there's no point. If I can't even awaken the guy, why bother? So Nappa is another LR, so that actually brings me up to 60. And then Baby Vegeta. Baby Vegeta is another one. So I can't awaken this guy either because, number one, I want to max the super attack to level 10 free, because you can do that. Number two, the medals. The medals just take a long time. I do have some Goten, but not Gohan and Trunks. So I actually have 61 total LRs. That is actually the amount of LRs I have. Actually, let me go back to the character list. Yeah. 61 LRs. And I think after that, I'm missing the GT Trio, and I'm missing the 1000 Day Goku. I don't know if that's correct or not, if that's it, but that would be 63. So let me see right now in the Dokkan Wiki how many LRs there are. I have a feeling it's 63 for Global and 64 for JP, but you guys can totally let me know in the comments, because I never really think about this kind of thing. I just play, and I never think that... Let's see. Oh, no, we're missing 2. We're missing 2. Global's missing 2. Blue dudes and Jiren. So that would be 65. But we have 63. I think that's what it is. No, they have Piccolo as well. They have Piccolo as well. So 66. Okay, so we're missing 3 on Global. 63 on Global, 66 on JP. I'm not gonna keep counting. You guys can let me know in the comments because I trust you guys. Oh, and then there's Bobbity. Never mind. See, me counting is just a nightmare. Let's not do that. So there are X amount of LRs on JP, and there's 4 less on Global. I'm missing 2 of the ones that you can get on Global up to this point. So I wanted to go over my favorite LRs and some of the more memorable ones from recent events. So as a lot of you may know, one of my favorite LRs has become this UI Goku, because his animation is probably to this day still my favorite attack animation in the entire game. He's not my favorite unit, but for the longest time before UI Goku, the LR Goku Frieza was actually my favorite unit because, number one, I started playing Dokkan right as the Tournament of Power ended on the TV show. So as we saw Frieza and Goku team up to take down Jin, and with the power of Universe 7, that was essentially when I started playing the game. And the beginner gains kicked in right as I started playing, because during the 250 million download celebration, that was when, well, I started at the end, so it was like part 3. That was when this unit was featured on the legendary banner. And now looking back, the fact that I was able to rainbow this guy without even realizing it, that was the real nano luck back then. But I didn't even know what it was. In fact, I pulled so many copies of this guy, I actually got irritated, and I contemplated selling them. Not bobbing them, selling them. So this unit goes way back with me. He's basically the first rainbow unit I've ever had. So for the longest time, I've just really, really loved the unit. And to this day, the animation is still really, really good. It still works really well. It may not be the most fancy, high-budget production value animation, but this unit still really gets the job done. The feel, the energy, the flow, everything's pretty great. And I still love it. So Universe Rival Saga has been my favorite category forever. And having that guy be one of my favorite LRs, and then have that to be complemented by this UI with an actual like anime cutscene as the super attack is just, it's incredible. So I think honestly, even after the 5-year, even after the worldwide download celebration, UI Goku is still probably the most hype LR I've summoned up to this point. The Goku Frieza I wouldn't consider hype, because at the time, as I said, I was very irritated that I was getting so many copies. So UI Goku would probably take the cake when it comes to hypest summon, but this Gogeta and the Vegito, those two units are units that I was excited about, but when I started using them, whew, they were amazing. And I don't think these guys are going to be going away anytime soon. Realm of Gods is really, really, really fun for me now. I really thought that without the physical beerus, Realm of Gods was going to be a bit of a struggle, but because I was able to pull a Rainbow Gogeta during the 5-year with some crazy luck, as well as a 79% Vegito, I don't need the beerus. I'm not missing the beerus all that much. So the 5-year fusions have been good. They've been carrying a lot of the workload during this celebration, because I was not as lucky compared to the 5-year when it came to pulling the Super Vegito and the Gohan, both of which are very fun to use, but I only have one copy of each, so I haven't really been able to enjoy as much of it, but still, they're both really, really, really good. And I would say out of the two, the one that I think about less when it comes to dupes is the Vegito. The Vegito already has an additional built-in medium chance of launching additional attack, so having no additional in the hidden potential system actually really doesn't factor in a whole lot for me. And the fact that he can reduce damage, he can counter, and then when he changes into Super Vegito, he heals tremendously. There's so much going for this unit that having only one copy really doesn't affect you as negatively as you think. So yeah, the two new units, the two new LRs have been impressive, but still, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I wish I maybe got one more copy, at least for the Gohan, because the Gohan, as crazy and as powerful as he can be, having an additional would have been nice. Launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming super tech, so he also has that, but giving him some crit, I really wanted to give him some crit. So those are the 5-year and the worldwide downloads, but those are actually not the most recent. I was originally considering making this video my most recent LR showcase, and if you had to guess from all of these LRs, it's actually not the Gohan, it's actually not the Super Vegeta. Neither of those are the recent LRs that I've pulled. The most recent LR that I've pulled, and I still haven't really used to this point, is the Physical Cell. And this was actually a big surprise, because as I was trying to summon for Vegeta, this celebration summons for Vegeta have been atrocious. Not even because of the results initially, but because of the logistics. Because this has been such a crazy time for Dokkan, a lot of content creators have been trying to do collabs and organize things, and I'm trying to do edits and intros and things like that. It's been so chaotic that I literally have not been able to follow through on all of the arrangements that I had set for these celebrations. So it was quite unfortunate that I wasn't able to do all the collabs that I wanted to do all the edits that I wanted to do. It's just been a very, very crazy time. And this was one of the units that I thought, you know what, I could actually really use him. I'm looking to revamp my World Tournament team. As you guys know, on World Tournaments, I go very, very hard, and I typically rank between the top 12, top 15, top 10. I think that my best rank ever was 11 or 10th. So I'm gonna say between 10 and 15. That's typically my rank in the World Tournament. So I wanted to see if I could make some changes to potentially help that cause. And because of the arrival of the links, I wanted to see how well this unit could do. And lo and behold, I pulled 2 copies during my Vegeta summons. Oh, and you know what? Even before that, he may be my most recent pull, but actually, I forgot to mention this guy. This guy's another thing. We'll get back to him in a second. Let's talk about this cell. So everyone's been saying that this cell is now really, really good because of the links. So actually, let me look at this. I'm getting a little bit better at learning what some of the links do. I know the Fierce Battle gives you attack plus 20 at level 10. Legendary Power boosts your percentage when performing a super attack. Big Bad Bosses is like the new best link in the game. You remove the 80% condition when you get to level 10. Messenger from the Future, I don't remember what that does. Messenger from the Future, I think does that include some sort of dodge mechanic? Shocking Speed, Gentleman, I don't remember. Okay, I give up. Anyway, yeah, this was my surprise LR summon that I was very happy about. Honestly, I could buy the final purchasable LR if I wanted to, because I did do a lot of summons to pull that Vegeta, which I apologize, I forgot to mention. I did pull some Vegetas, and I have 726 medals, so I could buy, if I wanted to, I could buy the final LR right here. And ironically, this unit, I have all the medals to awaken. So if I really want to, by the end of the celebration, I actually might pick up this GT Trio unit. But yeah, so that was my most recent LR, new or not. But I have been lucky enough to pull the Vegeta. So there have been 3 LRs in this celebration so far. There have been the the LR Bootanks, the STR Super Vegito, and then Vegeta's Respect, the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta that basically stalls for the Super Saiyan 3. Some of the most emotional, I would say probably the title for, you would never think to do this or say this, but the most emotional active skill in the game probably goes to this guy. It's actually quite powerful to see that and hear that with the music as Vegeta realizes that Goku is number 1. You're better than me, Kakarot. I still think that's the better line. I don't like you are number 1, especially because they already used that in the summoning, but that's just my own issue. I'm not going to go into that. But this unit has been, I was blessed to pull this unit because I spent over 2,500 stones. I didn't get a single copy. And then, by the way, if you guys are wondering, I invented the toilet summons because, you know, sometimes you're just playing the game when you're not streaming or when you're not recording. You're just playing it and you get these fleeting feelings like, hey, you know what, let me go summon. And I did that in the restroom. I pulled back-to-back Dimensional Rift summons. Back-to-back. The most improbable, impossible feat. And I was not able to record it. I need to learn how to do that screen capture thing that everybody talks about with the whole, like, no, not screen capture, video recording capture. I gotta do that because this can't keep happening. This is irritating. I did send some screenshots on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter and you can see it. But I pulled 2 back-to-back Vegetas. And then somebody donated to me on Twitch on a later stream where I was doing a Dokkan Grand Cross duel stream, and I pulled another one. So I got really, really lucky at the end. I don't think people, I mean, I understand people still haven't been able to pull it, but after 2,500 stones, I think it's justified that I got 1 or 2. A third one might be overkill. But yeah, I was lucky enough to get this guy. As a Vegeta fanboy, it's very important that I have this unit. That active skill means a lot to me. And I really, really like this unit. He's really, really fun to use. There's going to be a lot more no item run videos that you're going to be seeing in the future with this unit, so stay tuned. And yeah, he's not even the only Vegeta that I pulled during the last few celebrations. I also was able to pull Majin Vegeta. Now, Majin Vegeta, he's been around forever, but I never pulled him. I was kind of in the same Nano situation. On Global, I could not pull Majin Vegeta. He's one of my favorite iterations of Vegeta. My favorite form, actually, for Vegeta is Super Saiyan 4, and then Royal Blue, and then Majin Vegeta, but I still like this unit, and I never got to use him. And I was able to get him during the 5-year, not even because I summoned him, but because I could buy him using the purple stones, the purple premium stones, during that combination sales event that they had. So I was able to pick up a copy of this guy. And then it seemed like the floodgates opened, and I pulled more copies. And now that they've given him a super attack revamp, this is actually my first real experience using the Vegeta. So it was nice to see that that was his 12 key instead of the old one. I literally don't even know what the old one was. So yeah, I've overall, the LR experience has been pretty good to me as of late. As I mentioned before, You know, I was struggling with these summons recently, but I told people not to feel bad because I earned some, you know, I had a lot of good luck during the 5-year, during the celebration before that. So not getting stuff during this celebration, I told people don't feel bad. It's fine. It's fine. It's not, you know, you can't win them all. But apparently I did. So, so these are my LRs for now. I have 61 LRs. I could get 62. And that is where I am. I don't really know what else to do for a box showcase unless you guys want to just see. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. How else do you show off stuff? Oh, dude, look at that rainbow. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let me actually count. How many rainbows do I have? 1, 2, non-free-to-play. Non-free-to-play rainbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. Yeah, I have 9 summonable LRs rainbowed. And that is because I have been wailing out over the past few celebrations. But that will be ending. As of now, I am officially retiring as a whale. Some of you won't believe me, which is fine. Some of you might, which is good. But I am done spending the amount that I did. Sure, it gave me a lot of this, you know. It gave me a lot of LRs, but it also gave me a lot of dupes of these LRs, and I don't like that. So let me show you something. Take a look before we end this video. Take a look at what being a whale has done to some of my copies. Let me show you. So this is the TUR for the Vegito. 2 out of 10. You're probably wondering why there's a 2 out of 10. Well, given the fact that he's rainbowed, I have been able to start... I actually might get a true rainbow with a TUR copy of the Vegito because I just kept pulling so many copies of this unit during the 5-year. That this is now a thing. And instead of Baba units, it just doesn't feel right to Baba LRs anymore. I did do that for World Tournament LRs because I always placed number 1 in the local rankings, so I always pull more LRs than I need. So I am Babaing those LRs, which doesn't really amount to much, but Babaing these summoning LRs, that just doesn't seem right. So I've basically been consolidating all of them into these TURs. I'm basically acting like Scott. Scott does this. Scott has TURs rainbowed, SSR's rainbowed for various copies. I think for Broly, he's got like every single iteration of Broly ever rainbowed. So he's insane, and now I know what that's like. So another one, the LR Cell. You probably think, you know, after you rainbow the unit, you're done, right? Well, no, I kept pulling him. So I've got the TUR ready to go. He is almost a rainbow. He's 79%. So there's that. And then I think that also happened again with, yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. This was actually probably the biggest meme during the celebrations on part 1. When I was summoning with Goresh, Nolar, D-Free, and those guys. Goresh and I kept summoning Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Actually, I think Nolar did too. We kept summoning this guy. Now, I love Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta because he's my favorite unit. But, man, it actually started to make me kind of hate him. Look at that. I'm at 90%. This is all from just this part 1 celebration. Part 1 of the celebration gave me 90% of a TUR dupe. Now, he's not a TUR. He's at the base form. But I have the medals, or I almost have the medals, to TUR him. I'm obviously going to do that. I'll never be able to run him, though, because he's got the same name as my Super Saiyan 4. So, if I can have this problem with, let's say, Blue Dudes on JP, or what are some other units that you could run at the SSR level, or the TUR? I don't know. Other units that actually have different names. Oh, yeah, the KFC. KFC, I could do that. KFC, yeah, so KFC has an LR. Where is it? Where's KFC? KFC. Did I accidentally? Oh, yeah, I did. I got rid of it. Okay. KFC is right here. So this is KFC. I have KFC at 1 dupe. And actually, instead of buying more copies for KFC to put in the LR, I ended up buying 2 copies to put at the TUR because they can run together. This is a Super Saiyan 1 Kale and Caulifla versus the Super Saiyan 2 Kale and Caulifla. That's actually one decision I'm very happy about. Having these 2 linked together is actually pretty great. So if you have 2 LRs where the TUR and the LR have different names, their links will be phenomenal. So if I can do that with future LRs, that would be great. But because I'm not going to be whaling as much, that's probably not going to be a situation for me. But anyway, one more dupe I think I have for an LR. Is it the Gogeta? No, not the Gogeta. Gogeta is actually a surprise. I haven't been able to rainbow this unit yet. But anyway, that is going to be it for the showcase. You guys have now seen it. 61 LRs. I own 61 LRs. I could own 62. And whenever the new LRs arrive from JP, hopefully I can pick up one copy because that's honestly all I need. I'm done being a whale. I don't like it. I don't like the constant rejection of summoning, and being disappointed. It's just, I'm not mentally strong enough to handle that much rejection. It hurts. It physically hurts. So that's all it is. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments, what was your most recent LR pull? So if you pulled that Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, that might be recent-ish, but it may not be the most recent one. What is the most recent LR you pulled? Be it a dupe, a useless unit, whatever. What was the last LR you pulled? For me, it was Physical Cell. What was yours? Let me know your answers in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.